I get 100 tea bags. Tea bags. Bacon, there's your sound drop. I get 100 tea bags for like $2.75.
100 tea bags, $2.75.
Yeah. I get 100 tea bags for $2.75. Ah, yes. Anyway.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature.
I get 100 tea bags for $2.75.
That's totally inappropriate. It's lewd, lascivious, salacious, outrageous.
It is outrageous, Jackie. Oh, hey, honey. Look at this. First class tickets for the same price as Coach. Nah, that's stupid. Let's just sit and coach.
Well,
come on, man.
No, don't come on, man.
Come on, man.
It depends on what you consider a lot of money.
Hey, Leo, what do you think of Ryan? Yeah.
Yeah, Leo. Yeah.
They're going on a trip with friends is always an exciting time. Visiting somewhere new and exploring the sights, as well as making quality memories with those you're closest to. But it doesn't always go as planned. You know, I really miss hearing sound drops dropped over me. Can you just make some sound effects like...
Bacon, thank you so much for picking us up. As always, I love having you on the show. Darren,
I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather have Bacon in here as a co-host than you because you don't do drops. I am a total
haunted horse.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. 75.
That's for you, bitch.
Does anyone mind if I toss my salad? Hey, and then of course weird news.
Buzzkill.
Sign Darren's wife.
Darren's wife. This one.
Yeah, I didn't die.
Let's stick to our fatso for a minute.
So to lose weight.
Shut up, Tyler.
Shut up, Tyler. Who's older though? Is it me or Bacon or the guy with 2 hip replacements? I mean, if you
out, 3 times.
And on that, I am out.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Bye-bye. Later,
Adios.
guys.
Spunky.
Okay, there we go. Haunted Horse 1800 Whiskey sponsoring Ryan leaving.
Don't play games with it.
Guess who's coming in? Maybe. All I see is a black screen.
12 word.
Oh, look at who it is. Wearing his Nebraska hat.
Hi.
What's up?
Hi.
How's it going? Hi.
Downs. Ryan, stop calling me. Jesus, Ryan. Do your show. Ryan, why are you calling me in the middle of the show? We're still going.
Going on. And it's from Grant's mic. I thought at first Jerry's volume was
Shouldn't
up
we
too
do
loud.
this off the air? I don't know that anyone wants to hear this IT question.
Wait, you guys are on the air?
Yes. We never left.
I thought you guys were on.
You know what? I just dawned on me. That's what you thought. We are live, dude.
Be a fat ass and do something that goddamn way.
Hey, hold on a second. Can we just cut the drops for a second? Ryan's trying to say something important. I want to hear it.
Ryan,
watch your belly, ass, and balls, you nappy motherfucker, you.
Or play them as much as you possibly can.
Then you don't like the gives a fuck? Oh, boy.
Ryan, you can tell me. You can tell me on a private.
No, it's okay.
Hey, goddamn shit. I'm tired of motherfuckers.
So horse.
Oh my god.
So anyway, this comes from England, the Mirror. Woman slammed for refusing to get out of car for date at Cheesecake Factory. Cheating husband said our house was infested with bed bugs to hide his affair. Friends on an Amsterdam trip mortified by cheeky shower feature in hotel room, right? I have 3 wives. They are all getting surgery to achieve my ideal body type. Wow, look at this guy. We got, I saved 77 pounds, British currency, by ditching toilet paper for rags. I popped them in the washing machine. Okay. My brother's dating habit is destroying my engagement. My fiance finds him disgusting. Woman's awkward sex injury makes her lose 5 years worth of memory. Boozed up stripper tries to seduce cop during arrest, saying, "Taser me, I like it kinky." Rhino and Horse are a couple of dorks who want to have a show. Will anybody ever watch it? The answer is probably no. They thought up a really stupid name. They call it the water hole, where everybody thinks they're lame. And they're always sad they came. You wanna be where you can see Rhino and Horse act lame. You wanna be where everybody's sad they came. You wanna be where you can see Rhino and Horse act lame. You wanna be where everybody's sad they came. It's the opposite. Trust me. Wait till you see it. Hey, what's up there, little guy? Hey, I'm gonna pat you on the head. Hey, little guy, how you doing down there?
Doing good.
Ryan is tiny because yesterday when Darren was here, he had this little vertical picture, and I had to zoom him big, and then once I got Ryan on the screen last minute as the Cheers theme is playing, or the Haunted Horse theme, or the Waterhole theme, or whatever we call it. Ryan's nostrils took up the whole screen, so I had to size him down real quick, and now he's just down there, little cutie. While I fix this, I'm blaming it on Darren, by the way. He came in vertical. Okay, I gotta fix this. And yeah, I had to hold on, resize him. There you go. There we go. All right. Is that good? Wait till your 7-second delay. I gotta move myself over too. I filmed the commercial this way. Hot mess. That's what happens when I'm not paying attention and we're talking, and then I'm like, oh shit, you're not on the screen yet, and then I forgot.
All good. No worries.
We were just talking, we try not to get too serious in here, but we were just talking about that foiled terrorist plot to shoot up a Taylor Swift concert in Europe. That's terrifying. You said ISIS? So I didn't know who was. I heard about the plot. I didn't know who it was. Some terrorist group.
That's according to the New York Post. According to the New York Post.
I don't know that they would get that fact wrong. They might get other things wrong, but.
Well, the thing about this is, and this is what caught my eye, was the thing that was released, or the press release from Taylor says all tickets will be automatically refunded within the next 10 business days. And it's really funny because there's a huge secondary market for her tickets,
right,
which means the original owner of those tickets will be getting said refund. So either like StubHub or somebody. Oh, StubHub actually would have the information for the original seller,
yeah,
so maybe they could go back to him. But if you bought them like online, like Craigslist, hey, I got 2 tickets to the show, you're out the money, and that person's getting their money back.
Probably $400, $500 tickets. I don't know what they're going for in Europe, and they got like a couple thousand for each one.
Let's see. StubHub, Taylor Swift.
StubHub. All right, Darren was first in the chat. Darren, you are first.
You won! You won! You won!
Look at this guy.
You did it!
Look at who's second. Second place in the chat, Jeff. Gets this.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
It's our daily bit.
What's up, Jeff?
Darren hosted last night for you. He did a great job. Of course, he was sized down really tiny, so that was the problem with our opening here with the screen. I'm glad I caught it before we were live, and then I'm like, oh shit, Ryan's not on the screen. I clicked it, and your big old nostrils took up the whole screen. No, it was zoomed in on you pretty good. It was you
But you still said my big old nostrils.
Well, when it's
so-
zoomed in on your nostrils, it makes them big. You want to see?
No.
I
I'm
didn't
okay.
think so. I didn't think. If I zoom in on your nostrils,
You one ugly motherfucker.
nose. All right. Let's catch up. Let's see. Darren says I left my tripod and phone set up exactly where you told me to leave it the previous time, fucker. So it's my fault apparently. He's blaming me. He's blaming me for his phone setup. No, it's all good.
So
All
just
good.
for a point of reference on these Taylor tickets, she'll be back in the States in October, and anything around the stage is starting at almost $4,000.
Makes sense. Around the stage makes sense.
Ranging anywhere you can go from there, but even the top sections, my man, $2,000, $3,000, $2,000, $2,000.
Damn.
The top section. So
because they can get it. That's the thing. People want to pay that shit.
the club, 72 club, 6,000. Wow.
Yeah. I will say this, though. You were making the point that if you bought them and resold them and, you paid all this thousands of dollars, I don't know. I think, normally you'd go, fuck, I'm out all the money. But the fact that you lost a couple $1,000 versus getting shot and blown up with a bomb, you're probably thinking, it's just money. I'm not blown up or shot. So I don't know how upset you are with the money considering your life was in grave danger.
Well, yes, sure.
Yeah.
You could take that approach as well, but
Good thing they stopped it because that would have been a big old shit show. Oh gosh, Jay's here.
No, God!
Jay's in the chat.
No, God, please, no! No!
Jay's in the
You know what
chat.
what doesn't make sense? What's up, Jay? Is short people that buy floor seats. Because there's no incline to the floor. You're going to probably not be able to see
if the
much.
stage is elevated, you're fine. If the stage is this, then you're right. But usually the stage is elevated, right?
Yeah, but even if the stage is elevated and you have somebody taller in
Oh,
front
yeah,
of you,
yeah.
you're
But that can
still-
happen in seats, though. We were when we went to the Giants game, I traded seats. We were trading seats because there was some big guy with a hat or something. So
Because you're small.
I traded. I was the gentleman. I gave up the better seat because I can look. I can look between and everything else. Anyway, let's see. Ryan is back. Feel good about yourself, Ryan.
Feel good about yourself, Ryan.
Feel great.
Says Burn Dog, and they're talking amongst themselves. So big old what, says Jay. All right. We got some business to cover real quick. All right, wood scopes. I talked about this. I've talked about this last week. Last night I said, you know what? I haven't gotten permission to give up the guests yet. This is going to take place Saturday. So remember, wood scopes used to always be on Fridays. We're moving them to Saturday. It's easier on Jeff's schedule. Jeff the 12 wood. So it's easier for him, with his family and everything else and work. He works Saturdays sometimes. So anyway, it's the 17th. So a week from Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific. Once again, it's a Saturday. The guests, I've been greenlit to give the guests. We will have Bodie. That rapping game is hard, dog.
Please tell me Otis.
We're gonna have
Please tell me Otis.
No. We're gonna have Bodie, that sumbitch Bodie, and then we're gonna have Geoff. Geoff's gonna be here. I like Geoff. I like how you know what? Geoff gets more shit from Rome than you get. And there's not very many people that get more shit than you do.
This is true. Not a lot of people know this, but Geoff has a Nebraska Huskers podcast.
I follow
He
him and I
has been
see him
doing-
retweeting that. In fact, he was just talking about one of the podcasts. Here it is. Another great pod, guys, is one of a kind. One of his fans, and Geoff retweeted it. So, yeah. You know what? Normally I wouldn't care about a Huskers podcast because who cares? Pac-12. But now with Oregon in the same conference, I do care about the Huskers podcast.
Well, I would venture
a rival.
I would venture your boss cares about the Huskers.
Which boss?
12 Wood.
Oh, 12 Wood. Okay. That boss. I have a lot of bosses.
He wears a lot of Huskers hats on the Wood Scopes,
Is he a Husker fan, though?
He is.
I know he's a Kansas City Royals fan. Okay, he's a Huskers fan then. All right, there you go. There you go. Well, that team is definitely, since they lost Tom Osborne, they have lost their mojo. So hopefully they can get it back. They've been burning through coaches pretty good. Darren, thank you for retweeting the show. All that helps immensely to help grow the brand. And that means when you co-host, there's more people watching when you co-host, Darren. So, see, he's thinking outside the box. Geoff has had some tweets go millions of views viral, says Jeff in Southfield. That's awesome. I know. Geoff has. I've seen some of his tweets get really crazy, and Blaze, too. Those guys get some really viral stuff going.
I think my most viral one was this year was definitely the De'Aaron Fox will not sign an extension in Sacramento.
Yeah.
That one freaking went nuts. It had like 20,000 within like 15 minutes.
Went great.
So not viral.
Insane.
But
yeah, but still,
cray.
Big numbers are good. I think Geoff's been retweeted by Kyle Brandt too, if I remember right. I thought I saw that.
Nice.
And that dude's got 500,000. I don't know what it is lately, but that guy's up there in followers. All right, so Geoff and Bodie on the Wood Scopes, August 17th, 8 p.m. Pacific. That is a Saturday. Ryan, you weren't here yesterday. Obviously, Darren was filling in. How was your cousin's wedding?
It was hot. First off,
was it outdoors?
Really hot. It was.
Outdoor wedding in August in California.
103, by the way.
Oh, shit.
Shit. Yes. And my grandma, who also turned 99 yesterday.
99?
She was in attendance. 99, my man.
Wow.
And so it was good. They did a really good job. Beautiful wedding. And my cousin, they got married. He's the last sibling to get married in his family, and he's always kind of pushed the envelope. He's always been the mouthy one, and I'm like, he's gonna do something. I'm just waiting for it. And they're giving their speeches, right? And Caitlin, his new wife, gave hers, and she's tearing up. And Daniel, wishes my grandma a happy birthday, says a couple words about Caitlin. He goes, and most of all, please, can everybody stand? Grab your glass. I want to announce that we have broken a Vance family record. And everybody's looking around like, what the hell are you talking about, Daniel? We are the first set of Vances to get married and not be pregnant.
Oh.
And he just killed his mom. He sideswiped his brother and sister.
Wow.
And it was hilarious.
Wow.
So good job, Daniel. Very good job.
So you got married and you were expecting?
No, I'm talking about his brother and sister.
Brother and sister. Okay. I thought this was your entire family. Got it. Okay.
The Vances.
Got it. So he didn't zing you, he zinged them.
Did not zing
got
me.
it.
No,
got
he
it. Got
zinged
it.
his immediate family, his mom and dad.
That's totally inappropriate.
And then here's the other thing. Last thing that I'll say about the wedding. The best man. So the best man gets up, and I wasn't sure if it was like a prank or what was going on, but his energy, crazy low, right? He's like, I've known Daniel since we were 4 years old, and we played Little League together, and we did this together, and I'm standing up here today, unlike Daniel did, as my best man, because he couldn't give the speech. He didn't want to give a speech, and so yeah, I'm here doing it. Congratulations, you're one kid behind. Hopefully, our kids can grow up together. Cheers.
He gave a bad speech versus no speech.
And no, I think it was an intentional, like passive aggressive, like, hey fucker, you were my best man.
Yeah.
You didn't say any words about me. I'm still bent about it. So eat poop.
Don't make no sense.
You want the poop emoji? Is that what you're asking for?
No, I do not want the poop emoji.
I mean, if
but
you say
it was
poop,
awkward.
you're gonna get it, right?
It was awkward.
You know what? The way you described that toast or that speech or whatever, it sounds like it was.
It's a complete crap.
And it has a poop emoji. All right. Yeah, Rome loves Geoff. Absolutely. I think Rome loves everyone that he belittles and bemoans and makes fun of. Burn Dog had the same thought I did when you said your grandmother was 99. I thought the same thing. 99 red balloons. 99 loft balloons. Or 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Anyway. You don't know the song 99 Left Balloons?
Mm-mm.
You don't know the song?
No.
I
know 99 problems, but ain't one.
Hold on. This it'll have to be quick. Is this the red balloons or there's two versions. There's the German version.
Back at base.
Wait.
In the summer sky, panic bells, it's red alert. There's something here from
Quite popular
the war
in the
machine
80s.
springs to life, opens up one eager
Wait, get to the chorus.
on the line.
Anyway, she says 99 left balloons. You know what 99, it's the age group horse, yeah. You know what 99 luft balloons, she's German, red balloon signifies?
No.
It's a metaphor for nuclear bombs. So she's saying 99, they're talking about the Russians and the Americans launching their nukes at each other and watching the stream overhead before Armageddon happens and everyone's dead. Pretty much.
That's lovely.
Well, there were a lot of protest songs about the nuclear Cold War arms race and everything in the 70s and 80s. And that was just one of them. Just one of them. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? No, not when the Germans bombed. I thought it was the Italians, Mussolini, wasn't it? Burn Dog's going to say you're incorrect. I thought I'm the only one that says you're incorrect about things like Brandon Ayuk and what did I say you were incorrect about? We were talking. I was in the chat today. You said
you can't.
We
you can't say you're correct when it hasn't played out.
No. I said you're incorrect about. No, it was something that's already happening. What was it? I can't remember. And then you. Of course, it's hard to argue with the host because you've got the camera and the microphone, and I've got a keyboard. You disagreed with me. I disagreed
100%.
with you, and then you said, no, I disagree with you. But I forgot what it was now.
It was about you're saying that Juwan Jennings can replace Brandon Ayuk.
No, but that's not what I disagreed with you on. Anyway, sorry. I'll have to go back and there's no replay on your show, so I'll have to go watch it.
What are you talking about?
There's no replay, instant replay. Like, crushes. That's not what I disagreed with you on.
See, you guys notice this is his show. This isn't our show.
They can't hear replay on your show, so I'll have to go watch it.
What are you talking
when
about?
we're in replay, we're muted. There we are. We're back.
Yeah, so you see how he says he
shit.
interchanges.
Hold on. Wait. I did it again. Oops. Wait. Stop.
See, you guys notice this is his show.
Hold on. They can't hear
This
you.
isn't our show.
They can't hear you. On your show, so. Hold on. I don't know how to stop it if I hit it again.
What are you talking about?
When we're in replay, we're muted. There we are. We're back.
Yeah, so
Wait.
you see how he says
Chaining. Oh my God. I just made fun of you not having a replay and yeah, we're okay. Finally. I need to figure out how to stop it if I accidentally hit it.
But don't I have a replay because this is our show?
Yeah, well, it's actually your show. You're the top billing. It's okay. Calm down there, little guy. Calm down.
Uh-huh. Just checking.
But your other show is your show. Even when I'm on Fridays, it's still your show.
Yes, it is.
The King's Court. The balloon goes up with radar to detect planes and ICBMs. See, Jay is giving us the skinny on what happens with the balloon. All right. We caught up. Oh. Did you hit your content yet? You haven't. We were talking about the wedding. You have some content.
Yeah, so I've got a big trip coming up at the end of this month, and for those that don't know, I come from a family of pilots. I'm the only male that does not have their pilot's license.
Feel good about yourself, Ryan.
Yeah, I feel terrible about this one, Romy. And so I was looking for the best deal, and I try to be very diligent about shady sites, research, all that. And I went to a well-known site that lists out all the different internet sites that have deals on the flight that I was looking at.
Is it Kayak that does them all?
I'm not going to mention the site, right?
Okay.
So anyways,
All right.
Anyways, long story short, I picked one and I did my research on that one. It had like over 4,500 reviews, 4.6 stars was what the average was on Google. And so I booked the flight, and then I immediately get an email that says your card will not be charged until the airline confirms your ticket. And I'm like, hold up, this isn't right. And it said, if we're not in touch in 24 hours, reach out to us. And I'm like, uh-oh. And so I immediately
You must think
call.
I'm pretty stupid.
Yeah, and I immediately call, and it sounds like an Indian, like one of those Indian call centers.
Yeah.
Like one of those fraud places. 100%. You can hear everybody talking
Yeah.
around, whispering to each other. And what immediately set my alarm off was in the reviews, people were like, oh, I talked to this person. They were so nice. I talked to this person. And I saw some of those names keep coming up. Like, how is this person handling so many things, right? And so I get sent to the travel agent whose name is on the freaking reviews. And I was like, dude, I'm trying to make sure I actually have a seat on this flight, right? You know? And he's like, oh, well, let me see if the airline is confirmed. Yes, the airline's confirmed. You're good to go. But there's a few things you need to know. Okay? Number
You must
one,
think I'm pretty stupid.
you can't check in online.
Yeah.
Number two, you cannot bring a carry-on bag. You can only bring a backpack. Number three, you do not have a seat. It is a promotional ticket. So they will assign you a seat when you're at the gate. And then number four, you are not allowed to check a bag. You can't even pay for a bag. You cannot even try that process.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I lost my shit and went in circles with them. What ended up happening was I caught it early enough. They didn't charge anything. They never reached out to the airline. It's a shady effing site, and I was able to get everything booked today. But I am such a dumbass. That's our credit card number. And it was one of the places that was on a reputable site. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah. So not to get too into the weeds on things, sometimes there's the pig butchering scams that are going on. And just because you think you're on a site doesn't mean you're on the site. It could be a clone of a site. They redirect it. You may think you were on a reputable site. You may not have been. I would suggest that what I would do is I would call my credit card company, the one you gave them, and I would report my card missing or stolen and have them issue another one. Oh, good.
Already done.
Then there you go. Because I wouldn't trust them to a week from now. Yeah. So.
But then I had to hear it from my wife. I deserved it. I had to hear it from her. She said the same thing as you, by the way.
It. I don't know that.
Then my dad ripped into me. Like, have you not paid attention to anything I've ever taught you? Booked directly through the airline.
Did your dad say,
"Feel good about yourself, Ryan"?
Oh, dude, he went back to like kid mode. He's like, "Don't book a flight until you check with me," and I'm like, "Stop it! Like, stop."
Right.
You know.
Right.
But yeah.
Look, everybody, as good as you can be, you try to do your research. I mean, you did your research. It wasn't effective. And everybody in this day and age can get hooked. You can.
I got hooked.
You can. It happens. Yep. It happens to us all. There's the jungle Tourette's kick in. So yeah, lesson learned, right? And you may have picked this because you didn't give the name, but I try to stick with like Expedia, or I book directly through the airline. Expedia is owned by Microsoft, and I know that. So I figure that's pretty secure software company. But look, it happens, dude. So I'm glad you caught it early. See, here's the thing. Everyone may be beating up on you, and you may be beating up on yourself or whatever, but something started not feeling right. And rather than going, it's your imagination, you said, wait a minute. I'm going to call. Something's not. So you fixed it.
Well, yeah. And so this dumbass, by the way, and I don't like to drop like the A word, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, by the way, I'm calling you in for fraud. And he's like, no, you'll have a travel credit. I'm like, dude, I'm calling you in for fraud. And then he goes, well, there's nothing, because I said you canceled it, right? And he goes, well, there's nothing to cancel. It's a promotional flight. You can't cancel. I'm like, stop, dude. And I'm like, well, then how do I get a travel credit from you? And he goes, well, here's what's going to happen. You're not going to show up for the flight. And then when you don't show up, the airline will credit you. And I'm like, and that's where I called him out. And I caught him early enough. I caught them in the lie. And the dude was yelling at me too. Yeah. But as soon as I dropped the attorney bomb, he was scared then.
Yeah. Good.
So, anyways.
Good. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I will say this. You're 40 years old. You will never do that again. So lesson learned, move on. And it made some good content for about 7 to 10 minutes on the show. So there you go.
There you go. There you go.
I read this stuff all the time because I read a lot of like CNET and Tom's Guide, all these things about how people get fooled. And I'm really good with tech. I'm really good with, web design. I'm doing my own and everything else. And I read these stories and I go, I'd say 9 out of 10, I'd catch that. And 1 out of 10, I'm like, God, that might get me. That I did not know that technology. The pig butchering is interesting because I didn't know the scheme, how they can redirect. If I go to the bank, my bank, and they have not kept their web designing apps up to date, patched, which happens to us all. Sorry, Jungle Tourette's. And there's an app that's got a vulnerability that's known, and the hacker uses it. They can redirect the traffic to a site that mirrors the bank, and I can be doing all my business on there. Now, luckily, the bank's insured, so if I'm doing all that or whatever, and someone takes all my money, I'm insured. Luckily for you, the credit card's insured. If you would have fallen for it, I think you would have been out $50. Because that's why you use a credit card. But they are getting really good. The phishing scams are getting really good. And I talked to my wife about this. You get emails in your email from your bank or whatever. Now, the funny thing is the phishing scams, the way they work, I get a lot of phishing scams from places that I don't do business with. So then I recognize it as a phishing scam. They're sending them out to 1 million people, and out of those 1 million people, 8,000 people deal with this company. And then they go, oh, shit, there's a breach on my account. I click on the link, log in my user and whatever, and they got you. So I don't click on links. I tell everyone I know, do not click on links in email. If you get an email from your bank, close the email, go to the bank website, log in, check your messages, and see if it's backed up there. The problem is companies are sending out links to their customers. And I've talked to some of the companies I deal with because I call them up and I say, I got this thing. And they go, yeah, it's a valid email. And I go, why are you guys putting links in it? You are training people to be susceptible to phishing scams.
Yeah.
Send the email, say, go to our website, don't give the address, and log in. They know your website.
Yeah. Also check the email address.
Those
I know you know
can
that.
be faked as well. My mother-in-law got phished, and I looked at the email, and they used a capital L or a lowercase L for a capital I. And that's how it looked exactly like the web page. But as I went into programming anyway, a lot of nerdy shit. And that's where I saw that it was a lowercase L instead of a capital I. I'm like, that's it.
Or at chasegmail.com.
Yeah.
You know,
well, yeah. I mean,
like
there's some really obvious ones, and then that most people should pick up on. But especially the elderly, they get hammered with fraud, and it's just, you know, my dad, I went over and he had gotten hooked into one of these, and my in-laws have been hooked into them, and it's just easy to get fooled when you, first of all, if you're paying attention and you know what you're looking for, you can still have a lapse in judgment. But if you just don't know any better and you're used to clicking on the links because your company send you links, it's frustrating. Yeah, and there's certain kinds of fraud that you won't get reimbursed for, and that's what's terrifying. So anyway.
Yep.
You can lose your whole retirement. I read stories about people losing their... Last one I read was an older guy. He lost his retirement to a pig butchering scam, went to the wrong site, sent a bunch of money over there, lost it all, and he committed suicide because it lost it all.
It doesn't even have to be a large sum. Retirement or whatever you make in a year is relative. We used to...
But if it was your life savings... And it's gone.
The problem we ran into with authorities, especially the courts, the problem is when you go after these people in court, they're judgment proof. They have nothing. So you're never going to reimburse anything, and they're never going to be able to repay your legal fees, which the probate code calls for. But so many people, like, unless it's an election year for a DA, a lot of times in elder abuse, widespread everywhere. You've mentioned it multiple times here.
Yep.
But, you know, a lot of times the standard is like $250,000 or, you know, $500,000. I have had institutions where I am certain that half the people here probably bank with at least one of them. I bank with one of them where it was actually a bank manager that was perpetrating the fraud. And the cops wouldn't take it. The cops wouldn't take it up because it was only $36,000.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, if you're only on Social Security, $36,000 is everything.
And if the criminal knows you're not going to do anything because it's a little amount like that, it's open season. Hey, they're not going to do anything. Yeah. I'll take 36 from this person. I'll take 12,000 from this person. And yeah. Jay says, I don't get it. I can spot these turds instantly, and I'm just a crannying jarhead. Come on, people. Jay, I see where you're coming from. Like I said, and I preface this, I didn't say, oh, I know. I said, when I read about these scams, 9 out of 10 are pretty obvious to me as well. But about 1 out of 10, I go, man, that would have got me because they used a technology I did not know about yet. And so beware with being really cocky, knowing you can spot the stuff, because when you think you're that cocky, and that's when you're going to get bit in the ass. All I'm going to say is it's gotten really sophisticated. Changing DNS addresses and stuff that you just, and what I talked about with the bank and them not keeping their website apps up to date, that's not anyone's fault except the banks, but you're still get hammered for it. Now, like I said, that is insured, but that could be anywhere. So it's out there. Fraud is out there. And a lot of these are overseas companies. They can't be touched. And you're out the money. And so, anyway, just be careful. I will say this. When you think it's too good to be true, that is a great analogy. If it's too good to be true, or a great quote, or whatever I'm looking for, it probably is. I run into that a lot where I'm like, man, this is a good deal. And then I start going, it's too good of a deal. Shopping especially. They'll set up stores, have real cheap prices, and then by the time they're figured out, they've already made $100,000 in sales, phony sales.
The other one now is, you guys have probably gotten the text messages that are from USPS that say, hey, we couldn't deliver your package.
Yes. I've got one of those in the last month. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, how do they have your phone number?
Yeah.
That's the first standard that you think of.
There are a lot of, if you use your thought process, there are a lot of like, wait a minute. Yeah. Or my favorite one is the companies I don't deal with, because I instantly know it's a phishing scam. So I'm like, I don't deal with you. So anyway.
Jay, no, it is not a Catholic flight. It is an American Airlines flight, and I am sitting at the front of the plane, so there will be no funny business.
Is this the real flight, not the flight that you
real flight?
Okay, American Airlines. Good. All right, so let's lighten it up. Got a little heavy, but I don't mind getting heavy, because if I can save somebody from falling for something, I'm happy to do it. I thought about doing an elderly thing. It's just about time, but don't ever do this. I've told my in-laws, do not click on links in emails.
Yeah, but the problem is, dude, if you're not like doing that like as your life's work, people are gonna think you're a scammer. Sitting up
Yeah, but I
here
wouldn't
talking
charge them any
about-
money. I'd do it for free.
Well, I know, but
Oh.
I'm just saying,
Well,
if you did an internet show about scams,
Yeah.
It's a sensitive thing.
No, I know. My fear, if we want to keep going, and I've talked to my wife about this, is a lot of the elderly people that have gotten scammed, I think if they were 20 years younger, they wouldn't have been. And I'm scared that's going to happen to me. I think that as you age, you just aren't as aware of what's going on, and I'm afraid that's going to as cynical and everything as I am. I'm like, oh, I hope my brain doesn't change to where I fall for some of this stuff.
Well, that's why, again, I don't do this anymore.
Yeah.
But that's the selling point about making sure that you have your estate planning done.
Yeah.
And that's not just a will. That's not just a trust. That's durable powers of attorney. That's agents of health.
So if
all
someone's going to
that stuff.
scam you, just question real quick. If someone's going to scam someone, an elderly person, right? And they're like, hey, you need a new roof. We need $75,000, or all your stuff's going to be ruined when it rains next or whatever. How does it prevent that from them writing a check for the roof, $75,000, some overpriced for something they don't need? How does your planning, or are you talking about relatives stealing from them?
No, I'm talking about planning. It depends on how
Would a
you have it
lawyer
set
have
up,
to
but if
sign off on it? Like, hey, let me look at that. You can't write that check unless we verify it. I mean, are you insulated that way?
It's different. It's different for everybody. Most people will have somebody handle the finances, and so they don't have access. They would have access to a small account, like, I don't know, incidentals, $500 or something.
That's kind of what we want to do. Not with us,
then
but with our parents.
The big purchases, everything goes through that person. So your client either calls you or
Got it. Just
the
an
contractor
insulation
has to call you
thing.
because I took on a case where the lady was preyed upon by door-to-door salesmen of what you just said, where it's like, hey, your gas line's about to explode. And they let them in the house and, $5,000 work. When I came onto the case, I found like 12 or 13 different invoices. Now, the worst part of that is having to call those companies and light into them and basically say, you have a salesman, which to me, I think door-to-door salesman, any business that still sends people door-to-door, you're a shitty boss. There's better and different ways to do it. But they're under pressure to make a sale and they take advantage of somebody.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't take a genius if you spend enough time with them to write up a $15,000 service invoice to realize they might not all be there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if they're asking you multiple times about certain things, you take a step back. And even us, we had a standard of what we like for a client. There's different cognitive standards for whatever they're trying to do. And trying to do a trust, it's a much higher standard. Trying to do a will, anybody can do a will. Doesn't matter if you're incapacitated. You can do a holographic will and just write it on paper. But it changes. So it's
Anyway,
a lot of protections. So yes, get somebody to pay your bills that you trust.
Well, yeah. And I'm sure you can find people that are bonded and insured where if they commit fraud,
100%.
You're protected. Yeah. All right. Let's get something light. We probably only got time for one big story. I saw this in Parade. I don't know if there used to be a Parade magazine. I don't know if it's related to that, but this headline caught my eye. I just want to see how obvious or stupid it is. 22 surprising phrases that make you instantly unlikable. Psychologists warn. I want to know if we're doing any of these. Who knows?
Third person.
Right?
Being
maybe. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but psychologists stress that words can make or break relationships. Quote, understanding the impact of language on relationships is fundamental, unquote, says Dr. Catherine Nobile, PSYD, a psychologist and owner and director of Nobile Psychology in New York. Quote, words shape perceptions and emotions, which in turn influence the way people process information, unquote. You may be unintentionally giving people the wrong perception of who you genuinely are on the inside. While common and often delivered with the best intentions, some phrases are total turnoffs. Psychologists shared 22 surprise. Something tells me that Jay says about 20 of these.
Probably.
Psychologists shared 22 surprising phrases that make you, quote, instantly unlikable, unquote. What to say instead, and the number one tip to avoid people rubbing people the wrong way. Jay, in your case, don't open your mouth. See, you know how Jim Rome picks on you and Geoff? I think Jay's the one I pick on the most.
You pick on him.
I do pick on Jay. No! All right. Let's see. Here's number one. That's common sense. That does sound a little douchey, doesn't it? That's just common sense. That's common sense. Dr. Nobile would like to make the pitfalls of this phrase common knowledge. This phrase can be insulting, suggesting that the other person lacks knowledge or abilities. She suggests replacing it with, let's go over this together. Or, can I clear anything for you? That's just common sense. All right, number two, calm down. Oh, that one goes over well with the ladies. If there's a woman that is upset, the best thing you can do as a man is say, calm down. It works like a charm. Trust me. Just next time a woman's angry at you, just say, calm down. And they instantly get real lucid and calm.
Yeah, they chill out.
And anyway, not only does this make you unlikable, it often backfires, right? This phrase can be troubling because it can seem to have the opposite effect, invalidating their emotions and escalating tension. A psychologist would, anyway, Instead, try saying, I understand this is upsetting. Let's figure out how to handle it. That's what you should say instead of calm down. All right, number 3.
How to handle it.
Relax. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I could see how that would go sideways as well. This is another one, another version of calm down. This can trivialize the other person's feelings and make them feel unimportant. Instead, you want to say something like, I can see this is bothering you. Do you want to talk about it? All right. Number 4, I'm just being honest.
I don't think we need to hear the insteads. We just need to hear the
okay.
ones that
All right.
piss people
Fair enough.
off.
Fair enough. All right, we'll just do the horrible ones. Number 4, I'm just being honest. You don't want the explanations either of why they're wrong?
I think they should be pretty self-explanatory.
I'm just being honest.
Shouldn't it be common sense?
I mean, it should. I don't know that I would get them all, though. I think I'd get maybe 75% as obvious and 25% like, why is that wrong? Okay, I'll wait until we get to something that's like, what's wrong with that? Then we'll analyze it. So I'm just being honest. All right. Oh, I'm just being honest. See, this is where this helps because I didn't necessarily know what was wrong, but you're being casually cruel in the name of being honest. So if you're like, I'm just being honest, like your hat is ugly. I'm just being honest. So that's what they're saying is, usually if you're saying I'm just being honest, you're probably insulting somebody. I tell it like it is. You don't want to say I tell it like it is. Otherwise, it sounds like you're a douchebag. I told you so. I think I sent you a text yesterday with I told you so. I did. Charles Barkley retiring. I told you so.
Yep.
Apparently, I was a big douchebag.
Yep.
What I should have said was, I'm glad we found a solution together.
No, see, these solutions are more insulting.
Right.
They're way more insulting.
Sounds like
I'm glad we found a solution together when you didn't do anything.
Sound like this. Okay, number 7. What can't you just? I don't even know what that means. What can't you just
understand?
What
shouldn't it be? Why?
This phrase can come off as impatient and critical. What can't you just? Suggesting the other person is being difficult or unreasonable. Anyway, I don't understand that one. At least I don't say it. Oh, here's a good one. Number 8. As I screamed into the microphone. No offense, but Jim loves to say that. Whenever someone says no offense, someone's about to get offended. Let's see what I want to hear their definition if it's exactly what Jim says. It can instantly put others on the defensive, making them less receptive to your opinion and does not give them time to emotionally prepare for the feedback. Actually, I want to hear what they suggest instead on this one. This is actually one I want to hear. Let's see. Anyway, it's too long. Okay. All right, number 9. You wouldn't understand. Oh, that's pretty douchey. You wouldn't understand. I mean, that's dismissive of the other person. Like, you're treating them like they're an idiot. That makes sense. Oh, here's a good one. Women love this one, too, when you say, whatever. Honey, I told you 3 weeks ago to, move the firewood. Whatever. Winter's coming, whatever. And you just go, whatever. They love that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That doesn't go well.
Here's one from the South. 11. Bless your heart. You're basically saying they're stupid.
Yeah, that's like when girls say, "Oh, you're so cute."
Oh, I hated getting the cute. I hated that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so cute. You're like,
you're
fuck.
So cute. Do you want to tap me on the head too?
Yeah. You're so cute. Grab your cheeks. You're so cute. Yeah. When a woman says you're so cute, they're basically saying, I would never have sex with you.
100%.
Wait, Ryan, a woman had sex with you?
All right. Let's see. Number 12. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Apparently, if you say that, you're an idiot. This one is so common. 13. I'm so OCD. I'm guessing you're making fun of real people that have OCD. That's what they're going to say.
I think it pisses legit OCD people
That's-
off.
that's
when
what I'm
people
saying, yeah.
use
Yes,
OCD
yeah,
as like
right.
yeah.
Let's align visions. That sounds douchey. Let's align our visions.
Yeah, that's
Basically, you're
gross.
trying to tell the other person how they think. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
15. This is how we've always done it. Yeah, that's bitchy because if you're trying to come up with a new way of making something better, and they're like, "Well, this is how we've always done it," they're basically saying, "Yeah, fuck your idea. We're gonna do it this way."
100%.
16. It's not my responsibility. I dropped this one on my general manager about 3 years ago because it really wasn't, and he lit me up pretty good. Said, "What do you want me to do? That's not my job. I hate hearing that." It's like, then stop telling me to do things that aren't part of my job description if you don't want to hear it. Anyway. 17. No drama. Basically, you're saying
No drama.
the other person's giving drama and that you don't want it. Here's number 18. I don't need toxic people in my life. I don't know. The only thing I don't know what's wrong with that is obviously you're not saying that to someone that's toxic, or is that what they're saying?
I mean, it seems pretty obvious, right?
I mean, if you're saying that, then the other person's obviously they're gonna come to the conclusion that you're talking about them. I don't know. Oh, here's a good one. This works on women as well. Another great one for women. You young guys out there, drop this on your girlfriend or wife. You're always so dramatic. That'll go over really good.
Yeah, that's not a great one to use.
Here's one that's interesting. This one we're going to look at. And I think I know why it's wrong, but it doesn't come across as wrong off the top of my head. I know how you're feeling. That sounds like it should be good. Like, I know how you're feeling.
Yeah.
But I think it's dismissing the other person because...
Yeah, you're not showing compassion.
Do you, though? That's what they say. Even if you do, does this resonate? It sounds... It's a code for true failure of empathy. Oh, 21. I wish I had your... So, I wish I had your brains, or I wish I had your looks. You don't want to do that. Don't wish you had somebody something. Apparently. Oh, this one's good. Drop this one on your wife. You look tired.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's when you do it. Now, like, if you haven't, I don't know, if you and your wife are going out on date night, I wouldn't drop you look tired. But, like, if she comes home from a long day, like, hey, you look tired, sweetheart. Go get some rest.
They suggest, how's everything going instead?
No, see, I would say, how's everything going? Or is everything okay? I bet is everything okay on that list.
How are you doing today? Is the other one.
Like, I would say that is worse than saying you look tired.
Really? All right.
At least in my house.
All right.
For sure.
All right. Well, that psychiatrist is going to tell you how to lawyer next. Well, I wouldn't sign up the client. Anyway. Interesting. Some of those were good. You look tired equals roofie, says Jay and Humboldt. Let me see if there's any quickies here. That's what she said.
What is a roofie, by the way? Like,
it's something you give somebody.
No, I know that, but like, what kind of what
a
drug
date rape
class
drug.
is? Okay, what is roofie made of?
Oh, okay,
Roofie is
well,
not
I don't
the name of
know what. I think it's a generic thing, but lorazepam, it would be a roofie.
That's a roofie?
Yeah, because if you have a big enough dose, it has an amnesia agent in it, and it makes you a little more susceptible to suggestion. It's a hypnotic. It's in the hypnotic class of drugs. And the only reason I said that is because I have that. I'm prescribed with that, so I know how.
Rofinol. Rofinol.
Oh,
is
so
a
it's an
trade
actual.
name.
So it's an actual single thing,
Fluanzapam. So it's a PAM. So it's a benzo.
which is hypnotic class.
It's flunitrazepam. Flunitrazepam. Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
A roofie.
Yeah, Rofidol or Rofidol, however you want to say it, is actually
He says
it is.
Rohypnol.
Rohypnol. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm just saying it wrong.
18 clearly hasn't met my ex-wife. Oh shit, I forgot what 18 was. I already closed the screen, says Jay. Let's see. Jay says, you're a dumbass, shot your cock holster. Quit being a fucking turd. Stop fucking around. I think he's coming up with terms that you shouldn't say to people. And get pound sand. That is everything in a Marine Corps nutshell. Well, yeah, in the military, there is no don't say things to hurt people's feelings. Because everything people say is to bust chops or hurt feelings or toughen people up. Yeah, anyway. Let's see. Darren says,
you know what I've been really intrigued by? It's really quick. Side note, I'll make it 2 seconds.
Go.
The psychology of how they handle buds training for the Navy SEALs. Incredible stuff. The psychology of it. Incredibly interesting.
Have you been listening to the Jim Rome reinventions?
No.
Oh, because he has several Navy SEALs on there, and they break down buds training and the purpose behind it and what they're trying to accomplish. The obvious one is they're trying to get rid of people that won't be able to cut it in the field. Get rid of them when it's safe versus when the combat's happening and they realize they're in the wrong place and they can't deal with it and you wipe out your team. That's the number one thing. But they're also looking for people that can problem solve, compartmentalize things like pain, discomfort, and come up with solutions under critical circumstances. And so, yeah, the washout rate in buds is high, really high.
There's a guy who's getting really popular. His name's Sean Ryan. He was is a SEAL. He is a government contractor. I think he owned one of those contractor firms, one of the really popular ones. But his podcast is getting really big now, and I listen to him.
Hey, send me a link. DM me a link. I'm always interested in that stuff. All right, so we are out of time. You have anything? Anything you want to finish up before we end the show?
No offense to anybody watching, but
no offense.
My wife is cooking and it smells really good. So
what's for dinner?
I have no idea, but it smells really good.
All right. Well, enjoy dinner.
To see what it is.
We'll see you back here tomorrow at 5. I think you have a show with Grant at 8 p.m. Pacific tonight.
I do.
So if anyone wants to check up on that, what do you guys call that again? It's open forum.
We switch back and forth.
Okay.
Tonight's I think Wednesday night scrum.
It's not going to be a heavy Kings content show. It's going to be
there's nothing to talk about.
No, that's what I meant. There's no Kings news. There might be some because Kings fans are in there. They might ask a question, but it could be football, NFL, Olympics. It could be anything. So it's always a good watch. It is around my bedtime. Yes, I go to bed that early. But I try to catch 15, 20 minutes every night.
Appreciate it.
See what you guys are talking about. So, and the chat's always fun. And Jay, you got to be nice in that chat because Grant will kick you out. Just letting you know. Grant doesn't tolerate what we do. So you will be booted.
I had to remind Adam on Friday. I'm like, yo.
Now I know why Adam likes our shows because Adam has got that clone. Even though he hasn't watched Jim Rome in a long time, he's got our same sense of humor.
For sure.
Was Adam was he in here today? Oh, he was at work late. He said that on your show. All right. Thanks for coming up. Cindy's here.
Hi, Cindy. Oh, you. It's so good to see you again.
All right. Anyway, Cindy, everyone showed up in the chat. Darren, Jay. It was good to see you, Jeff in Southfield. Haven't seen you in a while. Burn Dog. I scanned through it quick, so if I missed someone, Darren, obviously, co-host last night, did a fantastic job. 7-Eleven was in here. I just saw that. The number one phrase. Oh, I missed this. We've got to get this in. The number one phrase you do not want to use, psychologists say you don't want to use, otherwise people will get offended, is, hi, I'm a haunted horse. Apparently, you never want to say that to another person. It's offensive. It's the wrong thing to say. Hi, I'm haunted horse.
Oh, I got you.
He's making fun of me.
Ha ha ha. Well done. Well
and then
done.
Burn Dog told me, calm down. Calm down, haunted horse. Yeah, don't say calm down to your wife. All right, everyone. Until tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, unless you catch Ryan tonight at 8 p.m., follow him on Twitter. His address is always stream. Look at that. Right on time. Ryan_in_Sacktown. Watch them tonight at 8 o'clock. He's got a show at 2 o'clock on the afternoons. And I always do a hit on that on Fridays. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for showing up, everybody. I got to find my ending screen. There it is. Later, everyone.